Hey, I'm Michelle from Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and I have found a quilting book that I am giddy about this morning, so I thought I would film a video and share it with you. This is Quilted with Love by Sarah Fielke. It turns out she actually has a lot of books, and I cannot wait to track them down once we get our world back. But for now, I have this one. What I love about this book, besides the variety of quilts, is the author's attitude. She talks about instead of looking for the absolute perfect shade of red or yellow, about finding 14 different shades of red. And that is the kind of quilting that I want to do. There are a lot of quilts in this book that are like quilts I have seen in other books because quilts are repetitive by their very nature, but there are also some in here, even though I may have seen quilts like them before, I couldn't tell you if I have or haven't, I could see myself holding up in my sewing room with this book and working through my scraps because there are so many neat projects here. The first one is Rosewater, and I love the way that she shows the quilts displayed and then gives you a great view of the finished quilt so you can see what it is. Not all books have, sometimes it's either or. This one is, what are you? You are made in cherry. I would love to make a quilt like that. Unfortunately, years ago, I raided my stash and used all my red to make another red quilt, which I like, but I feel bad that I've used it all up. This one is Ups and Downs. These are great scrap quilts, and that is one of the things that I love about this book, the baseline. That reminds me of a bookshelf quilt, and I would dearly love to make a bookshelf quilt. Love Beads. She also gives the number of blocks and layout to make the quilts in different sizes, which is another thing I really like. I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Millefiori. This is one of the ones that makes me want to drop everything and make this quilt. It is gorgeous. Never mind the fact that I don't do applique because I can learn applique. I'm just not there yet. And I'm trying to flip quickly. Made to Measure. This one is made of old shirting scraps. And back when I got hooked on Bonnie Hunter's books, I collected a bunch of shirts, so I could do this. Theoretically, I have the book in my hand. I have the fabric in my sewing room. It is possible that I could make this quilt with the things I own. The reality is not right now. Bangles is another one that I absolutely love. Like I said, I could go through, theoretically, I feel the urge to make like half of the quilts in this book. Paint My Number. Anything that uses scraps is going to be a book I love, especially where it has so much variety. This is Slash That Stash, and I think this one focuses a lot on the color choice and placement, which maybe puts it out of my league a bit. This is Hearts and Kisses. And I'm trying to give you the names, so I flip around a lot here. I love all the colors. That is the name of the quilt. Also describes the way I feel about the quilt, and I love anything with applique borders. Mix applique and piecing, and I am hooked. This is Fancy That, which is a spiderweb quilt, and I've always wanted to make a spiderweb quilt. I know, again, I've got the fabrics. I could do this. I could do this feasibly. This is String Sane. Like I said, I am giddy about this book and the possibilities of this book. All That and the Hatter. Books that encourage you to use up your scraps, although this really doesn't market itself as a scrap quilting book. The quilts are very scrappable. Make sure I give you the right title, Lady Marmalade, and oh my gosh, I am in love. I've never made anything like this, but I see this in the book and I want to. And then I'm down to the instructions at the end. This is the type of quilting book that makes my heart go pitty-pat. I adore it. She has a whole bunch of other books that, like I said, I am going to go try to track down. I will put a link to the book's Amazon page in the description below and some links to the author's Facebook and other social media, assuming I could track those down. Thank you for watching. I am Michelle with Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and I very much need to plug in my sewing machine and pull out my rotary cutter and start piecing scraps together again. It's been a while since I made a quilt. Thanks for watching. I will see you again soon.